Good morning. This is Stacy, and welcome to Charge Talk 4630, your home where we have honest takes, fresh analysis, uncomfortable conversations, and all things Chargers football. Thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube, and thanks to all the listeners out there who check us out wherever you listen to your podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe, and know that I appreciate you. Now, look, I know it's been an up and down season for us, especially with all the injuries that the Chargers have had to deal with. It hasn't been easy, but through it all, you guys always show up. You care enough to tune in, listen to my takes on the Los Angeles Chargers and all the football news going on around the league. You subscribe and you support, and that means a lot to me. So I want to make sure I'm always giving you the content that you can be proud of. I mean, something that makes it worth your time every time you hit play. And with that being said, it brings me to a new segment I came up with, something designed to keep football fun for all of us, right? I just started last week posting my football picks. And this week, moving forward, I will post my weekly power rankings. That's right. Now, just remember, these are my own power rankings based off of my opinions on what I see. I don't care what ESPN or any other networks are saying. I'm doing this strictly for my own viewers on Chargers Talk 4630. I know there are some cable networks out there that you're paying for, and it's upsetting to you because you can't watch ESPN or other networks because them guys are fighting over money. So you can come right here and we can continue all the football discussions that you look forward to on a daily basis. Now, forget everything you saw on whatever highlight shows you were able to see this morning. Seriously, just tune it out. Analysts are still pushing last month's narratives, clinging to the same teams with the same analysis. But the truth is, the NFL landscape has been completely upended. The old guard is stumbling and a new class of contenders is kicking down the door. So today, I'm revealing the 5 teams that I think are the most dangerous in the league as we head into week 10. These aren't the teams your favorite talking heads is shouting about. These are the teams that are actually built to win in January, in my opinion. And I'll tell you exactly why that team you're thinking of, yeah, that one, the media darling, didn't even make my list. This isn't about hype. This is about what's real. Let's get into the Chargers Talk 4630 Week 10 Power Rankings. So let's go. The team nobody wants to play, coming in at number 5 are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. People want to write them off, but they just keep winning football games. Sitting at 6-3, they are proving that grit and championship mindset matter more than preseason hype. Baker Mayfield is playing with the fire and the passion that made him a number 1 pick. And it's infectious, right? But the real identity of this team is his head coach, Todd Bowles, and his defense. This isn't a flashy unit, but they are tough, opportunistic, and they excel at winning the turnover battle. They are currently top 3 in the league with a +7 turnover margin for a reason, right? They find ways to grind out victories even when the offense isn't firing on all cylinders. This is a veteran team that knows how to win. They don't care about style points. They force you into an ugly physical game, and they beat you with experience and execution. They are the kind of battle-tested team that no one wants to face in a one-and-done playoff scenario, and that's why they are one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Now, coming in at number 4, we have the Los Angeles Rams. After a couple of solid but not spectacular seasons, Sean McVay's squad is back in the spotlight, and they are every bit of a contender. At 6-2, they're not just winning, they're making statements. But this isn't the same old Rams team that just relies on a flashy track meet offense, right? The real story in LA is their defense, specifically a defense that ranks 2nd in the entire league in points allowed. They are dominating the trenches, collapsing pockets, and making life miserable for every offense they face. This unit is for real, allowing a stingy 15.9 points per game. And of course, the offense is still potent. Matthew Stafford is playing smart, efficient football. And he has a true superstar in Puka Nacua, who has proven he's one of the most dynamic receivers in the game. Don't let anyone tell you they are a 2-man show on offense anymore. That narrative is dead. This team is built around a core veteran leadership and coaching genius. Now, the Rams have their weaknesses now. They lost a tight one to the Eagles earlier this season, but their combination of an elite defense, a top-tier coach in McVay, and a quarterback who has already won a Super Bowl makes them one of the most complete teams in the NFC. And they are for real. Now, here's the biggest surprise for you guys. The number 3 spot goes to the team that absolutely nobody saw coming, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, let's be honest. New head coach Mike Macdonald is in his 2nd year, and he brought in Sam Darnold to run the offense. The consensus was that this was a team in transition. Well, at 6-2 and tied for first place in NFC West, it looks like the transition is already over. The credit starts with head coach Mike Macdonald. He has completely transformed this team identity, installing a physical, disciplined, and ferocious defense that ranks in the top 10 for fewest points allowed. They just don't give up easy points. Through 8 games, they've held opponents to 20 points or fewer. That is flat out solid football. And on offense, Sam Darnold is having a career revival. He's playing efficient football and coming off a masterful Sunday night performance against Washington, where he helped lead the team to a 38-14 victory. He's not being asked to be a superhero. He's being asked to manage the game, lean on a strong run game, but when he has to, he's proven he can get the ball to his playmakers. And what a playmaker he has in Jackson Smith-Njigba. The second-year receiver is leading the entire NFL receiving yards with 948. He just became the first player in franchise history to have 4 straight 100-yard games. That's just not good. That's historic. This Seahawks team is for real. They win on the road. They have an elite defense, and they have a balanced offense. Forget about the rebuild. This team is built to win right now. All right, we're about to crack the top 2. These are the teams that I believe are the undisputed kings of the hill heading into week 10. Now, before we get to them, if you're enjoying this no bullshit take on the NFL, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping these honest rankings every single week, and you're not going to want to miss who's rising and who's falling. Now, let's get to the best of the best. Coming in at number 2 are the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Bills are always in the mix, but let's be real. This season feels different, right? Sitting at 6-2, they just took down the Kansas City Chiefs at home, and it wasn't a fluke. It was a statement. And for the 5th straight time in the regular season, Josh Allen's Bills had beat Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs. Allen is playing at an MVP level, completing 23 or 26 passes in the 28-21 victory over the Chiefs while adding 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, I'm going to be honest. This game was not as close as the score appeared. But the real story here isn't just Josh Allen being a superhero. It's that the rest of the team has elevated around him. The offense is balanced, with James Cook having a massive day on the ground with 114 yards. More importantly, the defense is looking like the unit they were supposed to be. They held the Chiefs' potent offense in check, won the turnover battle. They got key stops on 3rd down. This is a Bills team that's controlled the clock and the line of scrimmage against one of the league's best. And this is one of the most complete Bills team we have seen in the Josh Allen era, right? They have the elite quarterback, they have a balanced offense, and they now have a defense that can go toe-to-toe with the best offenses in the league and win. They've had some questionable moments, but their ceiling is the Super Bowl, and their recent performance proves they have the formula finally to get there. And at number 1, as of right now, just this week, the most dangerous, the most underrated, and flat-out best team in the National Football League heading into week 10 is still the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I'll pause for a few seconds and wait for the shock to wear off. Okay, you ready? Now let's look at the facts. The Colts are 7-2, tied for the best record in the AFC and leading the AFC South, right? Now, how are they doing it? With the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL, putting up a staggering 32 points per game. Head coach Shane Steichen is a certified genius. He has built the offensive juggernaut. And while veteran Daniel Jones has been a steady hand leading the charge this season, after winning the starting job, this team's success is a total win. The offensive line is mauling people, and Jonathan Taylor is back to his dominant form, leading the league in both rushing yards with 895 and rushing touchdowns with 12. This offense is a machine. They are so efficient that they are averaging 1.09 points for every minute they possess the football. That's the highest mark ever recorded in the National Football League. Now, I know people are saying this is crazy. They just got their butts kicked by the Steelers. Think about this. The Steelers had 6 sacks. Daniel Jones had 3 interceptions, lost 3 fumbles, and they still had a shot at least tying the game, if not winning. And they only lost 27-20. That tells you how good this Colts team really is. Yes, it was a loss, but they pretty much been a dominant team all season long. So I don't think they drop out of the top 5, in my opinion, just because they lost to the Steelers. I know people keep waiting for them to fail, but the Colts just keep winning. They win close games. They win blowouts. They have the best point differential in the entire league for a reason. They're not going to win every game, but they should be taken serious. No one gave them this respect at the start of the year, and frankly, they still not getting it. They are the most complete team in the AFC in all phases, and that's why they are my number 1. Now, people are going to say I'm a little biased with this one, and maybe I am just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I have a category that I've made up that will go with my top 5 power rankings for the week. I call this category my honorable mention, and this team is called my ultimate survivors. Y'all ready for it? I have to give a massive shout out to the Los Angeles Chargers. Let me tell you why. They didn't crack my top 5, but what they're doing is nothing short of incredible. For them to be sitting at 6-3, undefeated in the AFC West, it's a testament to their coach and their sheer will to win. Now, let's be real about what they've overcome. They've been absolutely decimated by injuries. We're not talking about a few bumps and bruises, right? We're talking about catastrophic losses. They've lost their starting 2 running backs in Omari Hampton, which should be back after the bye, Najee Harris for the season. Third-string running back Hassan Haskins is out for the season. We lost Hall of Famer and leader of the defense Khalil Mack for 4 weeks, and they're currently on their third-string right tackle, third-string left tackle, and third-string right guard. Most teams will completely collapse under this scenario. The fact that the Chargers are not just competitive, but are actually winning games is one of the most impressive stories of the season to me. They deserve recognition for their mental toughness, and their coaching staff should be applauded for doing smoke and mirrors with this offensive line. Now, let me finish by saying this. The Colts, the Bills, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Buccaneers. These are the teams playing the best football right now to me. It's not about last week or last year's contenders or the teams with the biggest media hype. It's about who is built to last, who has the championship caliber identity, and who can win in a multitude of ways. My friends, the old guard has been put on notice. The landscape has shifted, and these 5 teams are the ones leading the charge. But that's just my list. I want to know what you think. What do you think I got right? Or what do you think I got wrong? I know you can't wait to hop in and give me your take on it, and I welcome it. Just stay classy and keep things respectful, and we can continue to make football fun. Shit, you could drop your own top 5 down in the comments below, and make sure at the end of your comments, whether you're posting them on this page or someone else's page, make sure you put hashtag Chargers Talk 4630. This makes it easier for me to see them because I read every single one of them and I try to respond to every single one of them. I want to hear your takes. And of course, if you appreciate the honesty, do me a favor and smash the like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's power rankings. And you know when we hit week 11, the rankings will be shaken up all over again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.